You know what? There's no more fun and efficient way to fish than fishing from a kayak. But if you're serious about kayak fishing, there's not a better tool out there for reducing frustration and managing boat position than the new micro anchor available from PowerPole. Listen, if you're ready to take your fishing to the next level, you need the new PowerPole micro anchor. You know, there's a lot of great things about kayak fishing, but probably the coolest thing about the entire sport is the places that you get to fish that you can't fish any other way. All right, so today we're fishing another area that has an unprepared launch. And we do a lot of backwoods, backwater fishing. And one of the first questions I get when those videos are posted is, how do you get your kayak to the water? A number of years ago, we showed this technique, so I'm gonna show it again. Simple, take a strap, put it through the front handle of your kayak or a long length of rope and make 2 loops out of it to wear over your shoulders. Put it across your chest and just walk. The longer the rope is, the easier it is to carry. So get away with as long a rope as you can. And then all you have to do is just walk to the water. Doesn't matter how heavy the boat is, and there's nothing to it.
I found this place, like I always find my favorite honey holes, is really you start off on Google Maps. And Google Maps, I mean, you can basically, you just put in where your house is and just zoom out and just look for the water. It's really easy. And instead of just driving up and knocking on doors, this place is kind of intimidating from the front, from the road, because you have a big gate and you don't want to be driving up, you know, on these houses like this. So I sent a letter, and the guy called me and we came over, and he said it doesn't get fished a lot, and you know, as long as you're courteous, don't leave trash, you're free to fish here anytime you want. So, and it's awesome. This is my second trip out, and it's unbelievable out here.
You know, Craig, we fish together a lot, probably more than anybody else that I fish with. But one thing we've never done is we've never actually put some kind of stakes up for who's gonna catch the biggest fish that day. So Craig Dye and I have been really good friends for a couple years now. We initially met, like a lot of kayak anglers meet, through one of the many kayak fishing forums. We've had quite a few awesome adventures. Don't get to fish together as much as we'd like to, but every time I get on the water with Craig, I know it's gonna be a challenge. So we finally decided to throw down the gauntlet and see who could walk away with the title. So being as how we're both from Louisiana, there's probably nothing more detrimental for either of us to do than to don a maroon shirt with an elephant on the front of it.
No.
So I think we should have a big fish bet today, and whoever catches the big fish, the other guy has to wear a Alabama Crimson Tide t-shirt for a week.
For a week?
For a week.
That's not gonna do it, Chad.
There's a reason tournament guys really like to fish these wacky rig weighted hooks, and you know, you simply just find the middle of the bait, which is on the short side of the collar, stick the hook right through the center of the body, find a little balance point, throw it in there like that, and that is deadly. Now, the one thing about wacky rigging is you lose a lot of baits. The bait just rips off of their Fish comes up, shakes his head, and throws it. And you know, one of the complaints about Senkos is how expensive they are. But what you can do is, if you notice the head of this one's kind of torn up, that's because I used this Senko before when I was fishing them weedless. So when you tear a Senko up, take 2 packs, put them in 1 pack. Keep your other pack in your pocket. When you tear up the nose of one, just put it back in the pack, and then those packs become your Wacky rig Senko. So don't use a good Senko for Wacky rig, and use one you've already fished another way and torn the tail of it up, and then bada boom, bada bing, you're doubling the life of your Senkos and catching twice as many fish on them. For outstanding customer service, expert advice, and an extensive selection of quality kayak fishing products, visit Hook One at kayakfishinggear.com.